man, so Bitcoin is tumbling here after the FOMC rug pull. Yes, Jerome Powell did indeed deliver a pause, but there was a hidden, sneaky rug pull which we're going to go through. I'm going to explain exactly what is going on, but it's very interesting to see that Bitcoin is now down 1.5%, Nasdaq is moving up. This just goes to show that the message weighing in on Bitcoin is huge. The SEC, the attack on crypto is starting to have an effect. But first, let's cover off exactly what happened in this FOMC meeting. We did deliver a pause, but Jerome Powell gave with one hand and took with the other. And what I want you to focus on is in the summary of economic projection, you need to look at this bit here. The 5.6 estimation for where the Fed funds rate will be by the end of this year is what is spooking markets. They revised that from 5.1 to 5.6. In other words, what they've said is 2 more rate hikes. But the market had priced in that we're going to pause today. Next month we'll have 1 more rate hike, and then we're done for the year. No cuts, because Jerome Powell said no cuts, which he further reiterated today. But we weren't expecting 2, and that's where the spanner came in. Jerome Powell is keeping a tight noose around the market. He doesn't want the market to get overexcited and start moving too high and unwinding the hard work he's doing on inflation. At the same time, Bitcoin has all this stress from SEC regulation and the lawsuits that Bitcoin is just getting it left and right, facing a lot of resistance in the charts, which we're going to get to. I also want you guys to focus on the dot plot. This is the dot plot. And what you can see from the dot plot is that the majority of participants, the Fed voters, had asked for a Fed funds rate above 5.5. In other words, only 6 participants thought we would have just the 1 more rate hike. Right, which is crazy. So the majority of the participants expect us just to pause this month and then just keep going, keep hiking to the end of the year, which is very, very different to what the market was pricing in. The market had a different expectation. Now, Jerome Powell continued to reiterate that the labor market is still tight. He continued to reiterate that it's showing crazy resiliency, and he wants to use this opportunity, this runway that he has, to finish inflation off down to 2%. He doesn't want to make the same mistake that Paul Volcker made, which was keeping inflation entrenched, because what he kept pointing out was that PCE inflation continues to remain too high, right? It's sitting here up in the high 4s, and he wants this down. He wants core PCE down. He doesn't want entrenched 4.3% inflation. No, he wants it down to 2%. And Paul Volcker made that mistake before. So while it's having an effect, while the labor market is not getting crumbled into a recessionary situation, he wants to take the opportunity to finish the job off. Now remember, if what the markets are worried about is him driving the economy into recession, they don't want him to drive us into recession, right? But he's saying there's no evidence for it if the labor market is still remaining high. And if you jump into the summary of economic projection, they did exactly that. They revised the unemployment rate from 4.5 to 4.1, showing that, look, we're not even managing to dent the unemployment market. It's about 3.7 now. By the end of the year, maybe 4.1, not the 4.5 we previously said. GDP, they originally had 0.4. They revised that up to 1. They're saying, look, there's no recession just yet. We might as well carry on doing the work. And that's what their stance is right now. Markets, of course, are not liking this, right? Bitcoin is tumbling. There's a lot of fear in this market right now. And we've got to rationalize that fear. We've got to rationalize that fear to understand, hang on, are we going to get spooked out? Did we sit through this long of a bear market to just miss the next bull run? Is that how it works? Any asset class known to man, whether it's real estate, commodities, bonds, stocks and real estate, crypto, goes up and goes down. And it always shakes people out. Those who do not have a long-term time horizon, those who cannot stomach the psychology of markets, failed to be able to invest. And that is why the vast majority of people will never be able to invest and will never see themselves become financially free. They're just going to work a job. Because when you work a job, the emotions don't get in the way. You do as you're told, you get paid. Investing is difficult. Nobody has made it investing without navigating the ups and the downs, without having to need conviction, without having to avoid the need to panic sell, without having this crazy doubt in your mind where you know you're onto a technology, you believe in a technology. No, I'm not just talking about crypto. This happens with everything. Tesla, right? Apple at the time, Amazon at the time. You have this technological breakthrough which you know is going to be the big thing. You have conviction in it. But the market is designed to shake you out through various different mechanisms. People telling you it's a scam. Don't trust it. It's not going to be profitable. Oh, it's not going to be this. Then you have the Fed and the tightening cycles, right? There's so much going on. But one thing we have to remind ourselves of, we have just gone through the fastest rate hike cycle in, I think, 40 plus years. One of the steepest ones ever. So congratulations, you've navigated that. It was very, very tough. But we're closer to the end now. The policy rate, whether it's 5.75, whether it's 5.5 or 6, well, who cares? We're there. It's going to be done. He's going to pause. He's going to stay at that bit for a while, and eventually he's going to be our friend again. When he breaks things, he's going to be our friend again. So instead of complaining and whining and being upset, we've got some time here to do the work, to go buy more, to add conviction, to research our favorite projects, to DCA some more. And DCAing is the key. If you came into crypto when it was 69,000, you started buying, who cares? That's easy to do. Everybody's talking about crypto. So on every news article, oh, it's the next big thing, it's going to 500,000, boom. You've got to wait for the retracements. Every single person here, when you came into crypto, I don't buy it that you didn't know that we have horrible bear markets. We have huge retracements down to 90%. And if you couldn't stomach that, then you can't be in the most volatile asset class, or you have too much exposure, right? So you've got to ask yourself, where are you going wrong? Do you have too much exposure to crypto? Are you not managing your psychology? Are you being a degen? Normally when you're feeling nervy, it's because you're making a mistake which you know you're making. If you're following your instructions, if you're diversified, if you're only investing what you're willing to lose, and you've just got that niggling little doubt of, oh, am I wrong? That's okay, that's perfectly normal. But if you've got that weird feeling because you know that you've over-allocated some degen altcoin, that's different. If you've got that weird feeling because you've put your whole life savings and some loan and the rest of it into crypto, that's a different feeling. That's you telling yourself you're a muppet, right? That's different. But if you just got the normal investing kind of nerves, that's normal. That happens. It comes and goes. Look how quickly the Nasdaq is rallying, right? Nasdaq is really benefiting from this move. It's already had a crazy 40% move from the bottoms. Crazy, right? But Bitcoin is unable to take advantage of this right now because of the targeted attack. So we've got to monitor that as we go along. Yes, we got our pause. That is good news. We just can't enjoy it the way we want to because of a sneaky rug pull by Jerome Powell. Hopefully you enjoyed this update. If you appreciate this type of content, smash some likes. Don't forget to subscribe. As always, check out the links in the description to Bybit, UK/Bybit. And I'll see you in the next one.